In tantric philosophy, there's a simple idea about desire. Desire needs space. Not distance, not disconnection, space. The space between two people who are close, but still separate. Because the moment that space collapses, the moment desire turns into control, something essential disappears. Curiosity disappears, freedom disappears, and eventually desire disappears too. You could even say it more simply. Desire dies the moment love turns into management. Once you start looking at relationships through that lens, you begin to notice how easily control sneaks in without us realizing it. I mean, I've caught myself doing this, paying attention to everything, their tone, their availability, whether something has shifted, telling myself I'm just being attentive, caring, protective of the connection. But if I pause and look honestly, I'm not just relating, I'm monitoring. Asking questions, not because I'm curious, but because I need reassurance that everything is still okay. And on the surface, that can look like love, but underneath, something subtle changes. The more you monitor, the less they share. The more you reach, the more they withdraw. Eventually, you start wondering where the desire went. But the desire didn't disappear because you got too close and it was too much for them. It disappeared because closeness slowly turned into control. And control collapses the space that desire needs to exist. One of the things tantric philosophy reveals is that control rarely feels like control when you're inside it. It feels like care. It feels like staying connected, protecting the relationship, trying to feel safe. You're not trying to manage your partner, you're trying to manage uncertainty. But control shows up in small ways. Monitoring tone, needing constant reassurance, feeling destabilized by any kind of space or what you perceive as distance, treating that distance like danger, and your partner feels that pressure. So even if you never say it out loud, because when someone becomes responsible for regulating your anxiety, freedom disappears. And without freedom, desire struggles to exist. Desire is relational, but it isn't built on merging or over-coupling with someone. It's built on otherness. We're drawn to our partner when we experience them as separate, when they surprise us, when they have their own inner world, when they exist outside of our management. We don't desire the person who is fused with us. We desire the person we can see. But when control takes over, that separateness disappears. Your partner stops being someone you're curious about and becomes someone that you're trying to stabilize. Curiosity is erotic. Management is not. Most control is anxiety trying to prevent loss. Your nervous system is asking, are we okay? Are they pulling away? Do I need to do something? So you move closer, you ask more questions, you monitor the relationship. And temporarily, that reduces your anxiety, but over time, it creates a new problem. Your partner feels watched instead of witnessed. Being witnessed means someone sees you. Being watched means someone is tracking you. And when people feel watched or tracked, they become careful. They edit themselves. They share less. But desire needs the opposite state. It needs freedom. It needs play. It needs the feeling that you can be yourself without being managed or judged. Vigilance kills that. Many people confuse intimacy with access. They think closeness means knowing everything, sharing everything, never having space, being attached at the hip. But that's enmeshment. In enmeshment, separateness feels threatening. Autonomy feels like rejection. Not knowing feels physically intolerable. And when there's no gap between you and your partner, longing has nowhere to live. Eroticism requires distance. Not emotional distance, but psychological space. The space where you can miss someone, where you can see them again, where choice exists. Without that space, connection becomes obligation, and obligation is not erotic. Control often reveals something deeper, not a relationship problem, a safety problem. If you don't trust that someone would choose you freely, autonomy feels dangerous. So you try to secure the relationship through proximity. You become vigilant, always leaning forward, trying to prevent the loss. But you can't control your way into being loved. You can only create the conditions where love can grow. The shift is subtle but powerful, from managing connection to allowing choice, from monitoring your partner to regulating your own fear. And that shift changes the emotional climate of the relationship. I'd like to offer you a short somatic practice to bring this into the body. Think about the moment right before you ask for reassurance. Notice your body, the tightness, the leaning forward feeling, the urge to close the gap. That impulse makes sense. It's protective. But now imagine pausing there, right at the edge of that. Not withdrawing, not shutting down, just allowing the space to exist for a moment without trying to fix it. Now what happens to your body when you do that? That space can feel uncomfortable. But it's also where freedom begins, not just for your partner, but for you. So stay with the uncomfortable just a little bit past where you can tolerate, and just surrender to the resistance and hang there for a moment. And then you can begin to come out of it and breathe. And this is how we integrate this new way of living. When desire softens, something unexpected and cool happens. Your partner relaxes, they soften, they share more spontaneously, they move towards you instead of being pulled. And not because you demanded closeness or made them feel like you were needy for it, but because they chose it. Attraction grows in that choice, your choice as well. You can't desire someone you're trying to control, but you can desire somebody who is a separate, whole, sovereign, free being, and still there, and still choosing you. And that's the paradox of long-term love. The more you try to demand on it, the more the desire disappears. But the more you allow the space, the more room there is for them wanting to return to you. And for that desire to grow like a fire within, that both of you are stoking each other at the same time, created by that space that you have for each other. Never leaving behind or forgetting the curiosity, the play, and the mystery, no matter how long you're together. My name is Kristen, and I am so appreciative that you are here. And if you resonated with this everyday Tantra conversation for modern relationships, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Please don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this. Don't forget to share if you know someone that could use this kind of guidance or reminder. And please hit the notification bell, because several times a week I go live doing co-work sessions, co-creative sessions in the body doubling fashion, where we can be together in community and doing our work, doing our creativeness, doing our life. Just come as you are. There's no need to even have an agenda or necessarily even a goal. You can just be with us in a calm, focused space with some lovely music on the background and other humans in the field with you. So I will see you there, and I will see you next time. Bye.